So the Fed continues to talk about raising interest rates. What do you do as a buyer? Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Sharon Rosa, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So as the Fed continues to talk about what it's going to do with interest rates, and we're looking at inflation and possibly a recession, as a buyer, what do you do? It could be a little disconcerting. So in this video, I want to talk about just some information that might put your fears at ease. So yes, when the Fed at the beginning of the year started to talk about what it was going to do with interest rates, and we saw a rate hike, and now there's more speculation about continued rate hikes. What has happened is essentially the zero interest rate environment that we were living in has ended. And that's difficult because we are used to pretty good interest rates for the last couple of years. And even though everyone keeps telling us historically the rates are still low, if you're the person buying right now, you don't care because you're buying now. So we have to look at the posture here of the Fed, the current administration, how people are receiving this information, and the economy in general. Obviously, if the rate goes up, that can be significant, even if it's just in small upticks. For example, if last year you could get a rate at 3% for a 30-year fixed, and you were buying a $300,000 home, you were looking at a monthly payment of about $1,265. Now, if you're looking at an interest rate at 5% and still that same $300,000 home, you're looking at a monthly payment of about $1,610. And over the lifetime of that 30-year fixed mortgage, you're paying interest of about $145,000. That's not chump change, right? So definitely it's something to consider. What do you do then? As I talked about in another video, some people have decided to put buying on hold, especially if they don't have to, and they're not going to have to for a couple of years. However, if you do have to buy a home and you plan to do it in the next year or so, quite frankly, the interest rates are probably going to continue to go up. So now would be a better time to buy a house than waiting for a year. So a couple of things to consider in this market. If you already are involved with a mortgage, what you might want to do, if it's an ARM where you have an adjustable rate mortgage, or a HELOC, a home equity line of credit, you might want to look at switching, if you can, to something that has a fixed rate because of this escalating interest rates. But if you are not already involved in a mortgage and you are looking to buy a home, there are some things that you can do. It's not like you should just give up, right? You need to buy a home, so let's do this the smart way. First and foremost, if you already are working with a lender, you want to talk to them about what's going on with interest rates and where do you stand as far as what you're going to be approved for. So double check with that. You do want to work on your credit profile. The stronger your credit profile, the faster somebody's going to give you a loan, but it also might help the rate that you get. You definitely want to shop around for a lender. You want to work with a lender that you can ask questions, that you feel that you can trust. Talk to them about the options. One of the things you definitely would want to inquire about is if you are going to lock in your rate. Generally, there's a standard time period for that. See if you can extend it. It might be worth the additional money because it will cost you a little bit to extend that ability to be able to lock in, for that longer time period. But talk about that. Ask different lenders all of the same questions and find one that you are comfortable with. And then finally, you want to work with a real estate agent that is good at their job, that you trust, that you can talk to Discuss with them about the lenders that you've talked to. Ask their question. We work with a lot of different lenders. We have helped a lot of people buy homes. And as I listen to my buyers, because I get these questions, especially from first-time home buyers, what about this? Or they said, I'm going to have to pay points, or I'm going to have to pay PMI. What is that? And they're afraid to ask the lender. And I can tell you those things, but you also should go back to those lenders and discuss with them and see if they can do anything about those fees or about their rates. And tell them that you're talking to 3 or 4 different lenders, because they want your business and you want to work with somebody who wants to work with you. And that holds true for your agent as well. And so the agent that you're working with is going to be able to guide you through the process, not only with the lenders, choosing a lender, but also what a good offer price would be right now, and just how to navigate the particular market that we find ourselves in at the moment. So you want to work with an agent that you can trust and you feel comfortable with. If you have any questions, because I know this is a difficult part of the buying process, it's difficult for everybody. So absolutely send me an email at SharonRosa@kw.com if you have any questions. I'd be happy to help. In the meantime, have a wonderful week, and I will see you here next Friday. Don't forget to subscribe at the bottom of the page. Thanks.